Have you ever found yourself trapped in a relentless storm of negative thoughts, a mind constantly buzzing with anger, jealousy, hatred, and self-criticism? Even when you desperately wish for peace, you try to eliminate them, to force them away, but they stubbornly cling, making you irritable and deeply unhappy. What if these pervasive negative thoughts are not the real problem, but merely symptoms, like smoke rising from a hidden fire deep within? And what if the key to true mental freedom lies not in battling the smoke, but in courageously discovering and extinguishing its unseen roots? Today, we journey into a profound Buddhist parable that reveals the ultimate secret to liberating your mind from negativity. We'll witness a young monk's desperate struggle with his inner demons and his wise guru's revolutionary teaching on how to go beyond mere symptoms to address the true cause of mental suffering. This isn't just a story about ancient wisdom, it's a direct, transformative guide for anyone grappling with a turbulent mind, seeking lasting serenity, and yearning for genuine transformation. Prepare to discover why confronting the illusions of your mind is the first step to unlocking boundless peace and profound happiness. Chapter 1. The Troubled Monk's Cry, a Mind Plagued by Darkness. Once upon a time, in a tranquil monastery nestled amidst serene surroundings, there lived a young Buddhist monk. Despite his dedication to the spiritual path, he was profoundly troubled by a relentless deluge of negative thoughts that plagued his mind. Different types of wrong thoughts kept coming to him, seemingly without his conscious will. His inner world was a constant battleground. This internal turmoil manifested outwardly in various unskillful ways. His temper had become incredibly irritable. He would get angry about almost everything. His patience thin. A pervasive feeling of jealousy and hatred towards others often consumed him, poisoning his interactions and his inner peace. He would find himself saying bad things to people, causing discord, and creating elaborate negative fantasies in his mind, spiraling into cycles of judgment and resentment. He was utterly fed up with all these bad habits, these persistent mental defilements that seemed to control him. He tried many ways, and made a lot of effort, to eliminate these bad thoughts from himself. He tried suppressing them, arguing with them, distracting himself, but nothing worked. No method seemed effective. The negative thoughts stubbornly clung to his mind, returning with renewed vigor. Finally, one day, exhausted and utterly upset, he decided to seek the wisdom of his teacher, the Guru. The Guru was a very wise and self-realized man, renowned for his profound understanding of the mind and his ability to guide seekers towards liberation. The young monk approached him, his heart heavy with despair. "Gurudev," he pleaded, his voice filled with desperation. "Gurudev, how can I eliminate these relentless negative thoughts from my mind? I try, but they always return." The Gurudev listened patiently, his compassionate gaze fixed on the troubled monk. He knew that directly battling the thoughts themselves was futile. "My dear student," the Gurudev replied, his voice calm and clear, "negative thoughts are like dark clouds that obscure the clear sky of your mind. If you want to see a clear, pristine sky, then these clouds have to be removed. But chasing them is like chasing the wind." He then delivered a deeper insight. So, if you truly want to eliminate negative thoughts from your mind, you must first do something more fundamental. You have to identify and destroy the root cause of your negative thoughts, not just the thoughts themselves. The young monk did not fully understand this profound point of the teacher. It seemed counterintuitive. How could thoughts have a root cause beyond their mere appearance? He requested the guru to explain it in a little more detail, to shed light on this elusive concept. Buddhist insight. This opening establishes the monk's deep dukkha, suffering, stemming from unwholesome thoughts, akusala citta, and mental defilements, kleshas, like anger, dosa, and jealousy, isa. His attempts to suppress them, and his frustration, highlight avidya, ignorance, about the true nature of the mind and the ineffectiveness of battling symptoms. The guru's role as a self-realized being points to prajna, wisdom, as the ultimate solution. The cloud metaphor serves as an upaya, skillful means, to introduce the concept of root cause, that thoughts are effects, not primary causes. This sets up the central teaching. True liberation comes from addressing the roots, not just the leaves. Chapter 2. The Illusion of the Snake. Confronting the True Source of Fear. Then, the master began to tell a story to his disciple. A parable designed to illuminate the subtle interplay between perception, fear, and the true source of harm. Once, the master narrated, a man was passing through a dense forest. His mind perhaps preoccupied. As he walked along, he suddenly saw what appeared to be a venomous snake lying on the path. Upon seeing the snake, the person was immediately seized by overwhelming fear. His heart pounded, his body reacted instinctively, and he started running frantically from there, desperate to escape the perceived danger. As he started running blindly in terror, his leg hit a hidden stone, and he stumbled, falling down heavily. He hurt himself badly, suffering severe injuries from the fall. When he finally regained his composure, painfully got up, and looked back at the spot where he had seen the snake, he found, to his utter astonishment, that it was not a snake at all, but merely a piece of wood, a discarded branch, shaped remarkably like a snake, lying innocently on the road. The master paused, letting the implications of the story sink in. Seeing this, my dear disciple, the master concluded, the person realized that the true reason for his harm, the cause of his injury, was not the snake, the piece of wood, itself. Rather, the cause of his injury was his own fear and his own negative thoughts, the illusion he created in his mind, which compelled him to panic and run, leading to his fall. Finishing the story, the master turned to the young monk. He then drew the direct parallel, connecting the parable to the monk's own struggles. Your negative thoughts are like that snake in this story. They are not, in themselves, the root cause of your problem, your suffering. Rather, the true cause of your negative thoughts, your anger, your jealousy, are deeper, unexamined, often suppressed feelings and unresolved issues from your past. These fester inside, like hidden roots, and they come out, they manifest, in the form of negative thoughts and uncontrolled anger. That's why if you want to eliminate negative thoughts from your mind, you must go deeper. Its root cause has to be identified and thoroughly destroyed, not just the outward manifestation. Buddhist insight. This parable is a classic illustration of avidya, ignorance, delusion, and its direct link to dukkha, suffering. The snake, piece of wood, symbolizes the external event or initial trigger, which is neutral. The man's fear and negative thoughts, e.g., it's a dangerous snake, I must flee, are the root cause of his injury, not the external object. This directly challenges the common tendency to blame external circumstances for internal suffering. The master's explanation links the monk's negative thoughts to deeper, uncaring feelings and parts of the past, hinting at past trauma, unresolved emotions, or unskillful karmic patterns as the true roots of his present mental defilements. This shift in understanding from symptom to root cause is a crucial step towards right view, samadhi, and right effort, samavayama. Chapter 3. Practical Tools for Inner Freedom, Cultivating Mindfulness, Acceptance, and Kindness. Now, the Master continued, offering concrete steps for transformation. How can we apply this profound story to our lives? Here are some practical tips to help you identify and eliminate the true roots of your negative thoughts and emotional turmoil. Practice mindfulness, sati, be aware of your inner landscape. The first step is to diligently practice mindfulness. Be constantly aware of your thoughts and feelings as they arise. Look closely at what is going on inside you, your emotions, your impulses, your physical sensations, and how you process the events around you. This inner observation is crucial. Try to trace the root of every negative thought that pops up in your stubborn mind. Is it triggered by a memory? By a fear? By a judgment? By a comparison? This consistent, non-judgmental observation helps you identify the hidden wood that you are mistaking for a snake. Accept and forgive. Heal the wounds of the past. The second step is to courageously accept the bad memories and events of your past, particularly those uncaring feelings that linger. Do not resist them, do not push them away. Embrace them as part of your journey, as they are now, and, profoundly, forgive yourself and others for past harms. Holding onto resentment, anger, or guilt from the past is like constantly re-injuring yourself, adding a second arrow to the initial pain. Forgiveness is a liberating act that cuts the roots of past suffering. Cultivate gratitude. Shift your focus to abundance. The third habit that will transform your outlook is to be grateful. Focus intently on the positive side of your life, on the blessings and gifts you already have, rather than dwelling on what you perceive to be lacking, and consistently thank the universe, or the supreme power of existence, for everything you possess. Expressing genuine gratitude fundamentally improves our attitude and gradually removes negative emotions from within us, replacing them with contentment and joy. It waters the wholesome seeds in your mind's garden. Practice kindness and compassion. Disarm inner negativity. The fourth crucial habit is to be kind to yourself as well as to others. Recognize that negative thoughts often arise from self-evil, from harsh self-criticism, from comparison, from a lack of self-compassion. They also stem from a lack of compassion for others. We can live more positive and satisfied lives by having boundless compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta, within us. These positive qualities are direct antidotes to anger, jealousy, and hatred. Buddhist insight. This section offers practical applications of Buddhist principles to daily life. Mindfulness, sati, the direct observation of thoughts and emotions to trace their roots. Linking it to vipassana, insight. Acceptance and forgiveness. Directly addresses dukkha stemming from past clinging, tanha, and dosa, aversion, resentment. Forgiveness is a form of viraga, detachment from past suffering. Gratitude. A powerful antidote to tanha, craving for what's lacking, and dukkha arising from dissatisfaction. It aligns with right effort, samma vayama, to cultivate wholesome states. Kindness, compassion. Direct antidotes to dosa, hatred, and isa, jealousy. Cultivating metta, loving kindness, and karuna, compassion, which are essential for right thought, samma sankappa, and right action, samma kamanta. These practices actively remove the roots of negative thoughts. Conclusion. The Unveiled Mind, Your Path to Lasting Peace. The timeless parable of the snake and the piece of wood offers us a profound, transformative lesson. Negative thoughts are rarely the root cause of our problems. Instead, they are often mere symptoms, reflections of deeper, unexamined issues, unresolved past emotions, or unskillful mental habits that lie hidden within us. By diligently applying the wisdom of the Dhamma, by identifying the true root cause of these thoughts, by healing the wounds of the past, by cultivating gratitude, and by practicing radical kindness towards ourselves and others, we can begin to truly eliminate the snakes from our minds. We can cease to mistake wood for serpents, living instead in a world perceived with clarity and truth. Remember, my friends, like the snake in the story, most of our negative thoughts are just an illusion, a distorted reality that we unknowingly create in our minds. They are not solid, not permanent, and they do not have the power to harm us unless we choose to believe in them and react to them. By recognizing their illusory nature, by going to their root, and by embracing kindness and self-awareness, we can live a more happy, peaceful, and liberated life. Key learnings for your personal Buddha story. Symptoms versus root causes. Negative thoughts are symptoms. The real problems, fear, unresolved past, attachment, aversion, lie deep within. Action. Cultivate self-inquiry. When a negative thought arises, ask, why is this here? What is its source? Don't just fight the thought, find its root. The power of perception, right view. Your reality is shaped by how you interpret situations. Fear and delusion can create suffering from neutral events. Action. Challenge your assumptions. Practice seeing things as they truly are, without the filter of your fears or biases. Healing the past through acceptance and forgiveness. Unresolved emotions and unacknowledged past experiences can be powerful roots of present negativity. Action. Engage in practices that foster acceptance of your past. Forgive yourself and others. This is an active release of emotional burdens. Cultivating wholesome qualities as antidotes. Gratitude, kindness, and compassion are not just virtues, they are powerful antidotes that actively displace negative emotions and create inner peace. Action. Make gratitude a daily practice. Consciously extend kindness to yourself and others. These practices build positive mental states. Lifelong practice for lasting transformation. Eliminating negative thoughts and cultivating inner peace is a gradual process requiring patience, diligence, and consistent application of these habits. Action. Commit to daily mindfulness. meditation, and self-reflection. Recognize that transformation is a continuous journey, not a quick fix. The Buddha's profound wisdom, beautifully illuminated by this parable, invites us to embark on a transformative journey, from being plagued by inner turmoil to becoming masters of our own minds. Living with unshakable peace, compassion, and boundless joy. This is the essence of your authentic Buddha story. Friends, I recommend you this audiobook on Cuckoo FM called 11 Days Towards Positivity. This audiobook will help you a lot in developing a positive mind. And now the biggest offer of Cuckoo FM is going on right now. In this, you are getting a 70% discount on your monthly subscription, meaning you will get a 99 rupees subscription for just 29 rupees if you use coupon code SALE70. But this offer is valid till 12 o'clock midnight only. So don't delay and take advantage of this incredible offer. You will find the link to download the app in the description and the first comment. Thank you for watching, and may you always carry the profound peace and illuminating wisdom of these stories within your heart. Join our growing community by liking this video and subscribing to Buddha Story, where ancient wisdom beautifully meets modern mindfulness. What root cause of a negative thought will you commit to identifying and transforming this week? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Until our next encounter, may your path be filled with profound peace, deep understanding, and the radiant light of your own awakening.